Today we shall discuss 10 important questions which are very much important to JEE Main for this year. The students which are going to admit in JEE Main exam, those students which need to solve such type of questions. Number one, the hardness of water sample in terms of calcium carbonate containing 10 to the power minus 3 mole calcium sulfate is. So we have to find out the hardness of that water sample which contains 10 to the minus 3 mole of calcium sulfate in ppm, parts per million. So we know that calcium sulfate, calcium 2 plus ion is present here. So 10 to the power minus 3 molar calcium sulfate. This means 10 to the power minus 3 into 2 normal. That means this is the gram equivalence per liter of Ca2 plus ion, and that is equivalent to 2 into 10 to the power minus 3 gram equivalence per liter of Ca2 plus, this in CaSO4, this in CaCO3. So in terms of CaCO3, because both the salt contain Ca2 plus ions, and hence 2 into 10 to the power minus 3 gram equivalence of Ca2 plus. Now we know that 2 into 10 to the power minus 3 gram equivalence is present in, gram equivalence means 2 into 10 to the power minus 3 gram equivalence of CaCO3. That means 2 into 10 to the power minus 3 into 50, this gram of CaCO3, because the equivalent weight of CaCO3 equal to its molecular weight divided by N factor. Now here the N factor is 2 because it is calcium 2 plus ion, therefore this equal to 100 by 2. So 50 gram is the equivalent weight, 50 is the equivalent weight of calcium carbonate. 2 into 10 to the minus 3 into 50, that means 100 into 10 to the minus 3. So 10 to the power minus 1 gram of calcium carbonate. This contains 10 to the power minus 1 gram of calcium carbonate. Now this contains in 1 liter solution per liter. That's why 10 to the power 3 cc contains 10 to the power minus 1 gram of calcium carbonate. Therefore 10 to the power 6 cc, because 1 million contains 10 to the power 6 cc, 10 to the power minus 1 by 10 to the power 3 into 10 to the power 6 gram of calcium carbonate. That means 10 to the power 3, so 10 square gram of calcium carbonate, that means 100 ppm. This is the answer of the hardness of that water sample. Question number 2. 50 ml of 0.5 molar oxalic acid COH2 is neutralized by 25 ml of sodium hydroxide solution. The amount of NaOH in 50 ml of given NaOH solution. So we have to find out the amount of NaOH present in that 50 ml of given NaOH solution. So first, this is an acid base reaction. Oxalic acid is titrated or neutralized by sodium hydroxide. So we have to convert this molarity into normality at first. So we know that normality equal to molarity into N factor, and here for the oxalic acid, as it is a dibasic acid, the N factor is 2. So 0.5 into 2, this is the normality, that means one normal solution. So acid base neutralization reaction, we know that V1S1 equal to V2S2. So you have to find out the strength of the given NaOH solution. V1 is 50 ml, S1 is 1 normal, V2 is 25 ml, S2 is X normal rate. So you have to find out the value of X, that is 50 by 25, and therefore X equal to 2 normal. So the given solution is of 2 normal sodium hydroxide solution. Now we have to find out the amount of mass present, sodium hydroxide present in 50 ml of this solution. So 50 ml of 2 normal solution, that means this equivalents to 100 ml of 1 normal solution, 1 normal NaOH, and we know that 1000 ml 1 normal NaOH solution contains, because this equals to 100 ml 1 molar NaOH, because here the N factor is 1, so normality equal to molarity. 1000 ml 1 normal NaOH is equal to 1000 ml 1 molar, 1000 ml 1 molar NaOH, which contains 40 gram of NaOH, because the molar mass of sodium hydroxide is 40 gram. Therefore 100 ml 1 normal or 1 molar NaOH solution contains 40 by 1000 into 100, that means 10, so 4 gram of NaOH solution. This is the final answer amount of NaOH. Question number 3. You are given for this particular cell zinc solid plus Cu2 plus aqueous, Zn2 plus aqueous, Cu solid. For this particular cell, E0 value is given 1 volt. ddt of E0 is given minus 5 into 10 to the minus 4 unit at 300 Kelvin. We have to calculate the standard enthalpy of reaction at 300 Kelvin. Standard enthalpy of this reaction at 300 Kelvin, and 1 farad is equal to 96500 coulomb per mole. Now we know that dg equal to VdP minus SdT. From the thermodynamic point of view, dg, that is the Gibbs free energy, volume, this is the entropy, temperature, pressure, and from this equation we can say that dg by dt, that means ddt of g at constant p equal to minus s. Again we know that del g0 equal to del H0 minus T del S0, so we can write this equation as del H0 minus T. Now in case of del S0 we can write minus of this, that means minus of del T of G at constant P. So my del G0 we know that minus NFE0, this equal to del H0 minus T, minus means here this will be plus del T at constant for G at constant P. Therefore E0 equal to NFE0, del G equal to minus NFE0, E0 equal to del H0 plus del G, that means this also will be equal to, because this will be minus divided by minus NF and plus T into minus NF divided by NF, so minus NF into del G0 means minus NF E0, that means del T of E0, ddt of E0, this will be ddt of E0 at constant P, NF ddt of E0 at constant P. So we have to find out the value of NFE0 here. Now NFE0 is this, E0 is equal to this, dividing both sides by NF is given by this. So if it is divided by NF, so this will be also divided by NF and this will be cancelled. Hence we can calculate the value of E0 here, but E0 is given 1 volt. This will be equal to del H0. We have to find out the del H0 of the reaction divided by minus N. For this particular reaction here, the 2 electron transfer takes place, Zn to Zn2 plus, Cu2 plus to Cu, whatever may be, but 2 electron transfer takes place. 2 into Faraday plus temperature is given 300 Kelvin. Del T of E0, and we know that del T of E0 is minus 5 into 10 to the minus 4. So this equal to minus 5 into 10 to the power minus 4. This is the expression del T of E0, because this is multiplied by the minus sign and again it is multiplied by the minus NF. So it will be, this will be multiplied by the minus sign, this will be plus. So again when it is divided by the minus sign, so here it is minus, here also this contains a minus part, so this minus will be cancelled, so this will be positive. So 300 into minus 5, now this will be equal to del H0 of the reactant divided by minus 2F plus 300 into this will be negative. So 1500, that means 155 into 10 to the power minus 3 into 10 to the minus 4, that means 10 to the power minus 1. So 1.5 into 10 to the power minus 1, that means equal to del H0 of reactant divided by 2 into 96500 plus minus 0.15. So if it transfers to this side, then it will become 1 plus 0.15, that means 1.15 into 2 into 96500 with negative sign, so minus 2 into 96500 with negative sign, and this is equal to del H0 of the reaction. So this will be equal to 1.15 into 2, that means 2.3 into 96500 divided by 1000, this will be kilojoule per mole. So the unit is kilojoule per mole. This is equal to the actually del H0 of the reaction, kilojoule per mole. So 1000 will be cancelled, 96.5, so 2 point, this is equal to 2.3 into 96.5 with a negative sign behind this, in front of this, so it will be minus 2.3 into 96.5, near about 96.5 is taken 100, so near about 230, so near about 214 point something kilojoule per mole. This will be the answer, and hence this is the actual answer of this part. So this is the particular answer. Question number 4. 2 moles of benzaldehyde is treated with acetone in presence of alkaline medium. So it is an aldol type reaction. Final product is P. We have to find out the percentage of carbon in P. Benzaldehyde when treated with acetone in presence of OH minus, that means aldol product. So the final product will be C double bond O single bond. The first part is, this is treated with pH, CH, OH, CH, single bond CO, again CH, single bond CH, OH, pH, and in presence of alkali, dehydration takes place. So water molecule removes, this water molecule removes, here also this water molecule removes to form pH, CH, double bond C, single bond, this will be CH2, so one hydrogen will be removed from this, and one hydrogen contains, so pH, CH, double bond CH, single bond C, double bond O, single bond CH, single bond, double bond CH, pH. This is the final product, this is the P. So we have to find out the percentage carbon in this compound. pH means C6H5, so there is 2 moles of pH, that means C6H5 into 2, C6H5 into 2 overall, plus 2, 3, 4, 5 carbon, plus 1, 2, 3, 4 hydrogen, plus only one oxygen atom is there. Therefore total C12 plus 5C, that means C17 plus hydrogen 10 plus 4, hydrogen 14 plus only one oxygen atom. So total molecular weight of P equal to C17 means 12 into 17 plus 1 into 14 plus 16 into 1, that means 204 plus 14 plus 16, that means 234. So the percentage carbon equal to mass of the carbon 204 divided by the molar mass 234 into 100. This is the percentage. So this when divided by 234 when divided by 204, near about 87% will be the answer. Actually when this will be divided by 2.34, 204, so 102 divided by 117. If we cut this with 17, this will be approx 6, this will be 6, and this will approx 7. So 7 when cut with 100, 14 point something. So 80, near about 87% will be the answer for the carbon percentage. Question number 5. The number of monochlorinated product obtained in chlorination of 2-methyl butane is. So you have to find out how many number of monochlorinated products should be obtained from this compound 2-methyl butane. So 2-methyl butane is like this, 2-methyl butane. Now we know that the number of degree of hydrogen atom. First we have to find out the number of degree of hydrogen atom obtained in this compound, and degree of hydrogen is replaced. This is the substitution reaction replaced by the chlorine atom. So the number of degree of hydrogen atom is equal to the number of monochlorinated product. This is 1 degree, this is 2 degree, sorry 3 degree, this is 2 degree, this is 1 degree. But these two 1 degree are different because this 1 degree is attached to 3 degree and this 1 degree is attached to 2 degree. So there are four different hydrogen atoms which when get substituted by the chlorine gives different monochlorinated product. So there are four monochlorinated product will be obtained. Four monochlorinated product will be obtained from this particular compound to methyl butane. Question number 6. The electrode potential of copper wire dipped in 0.1 molar copper sulfate solution at 25 degrees centigrade is, we have to calculate the electrode potential of copper wire given that the reduction potential E0 is equal to of copper 0.34 volt. Now according to the Nernst equation we can write that E equal to E0 minus 0.059 by N log product by reactant. Now the reaction for this reduction process, Cu2 plus Cu arrow copper, this is the reduction process. So product here is the copper and the reactant here is the Cu2 plus. But we know that for the solid substance the numerator part becomes 0 and becomes 1. So the electrode potential equal to, we know that the E0 value is given 0.34 volt, 0.34 minus 0.059 divided by the number of electron transfer is 2. Now log, this is solid substance, so taking the part of the concentration is 1 and that Cu2 plus is given 0.1. So this equal to 0.34 volt minus 0.059 divided by 2 into, this will be log 10, so log 10 becomes 1. That means 0.34 volt minus approx this equal to 0.03 volt. So approx 0.31 volt. This will be the answer. This is the electrode potential of copper wire. Question number 7. 2.68 into 10 to the minus 3 mole of solution containing an ion An plus requires 1.61 10 to the power minus 3 mole of permanganate for the oxidation of An plus to AO3 minus in acidic medium. The value of N is, we know that in acidic medium An plus is treated with MnO4 minus to form, in acidic medium to form AO3 minus, and in acidic medium it converts to Mn2 plus. Now An plus goes to AO3 minus. Therefore, in AO3 minus, we know that the oxidation state of A is plus 5. Therefore, net change in oxidation number of A is 5 minus N, because the final is plus 5, initial was N. Therefore, 5 minus N. Net change in oxidation number of Mn is plus 2 and here it is plus 7. Therefore 7 minus 2, that means 5. Net change is 5. We can calculate this value by equation, this MnO4 minus to Mn2 plus. For the 4 oxygen atom there will be 8H plus ion and this will be 4H2O. So to neutralize the charge overall, plus 8 minus 1 plus 2 plus 8 minus 1 means plus 6 and here is plus 2, sorry plus 7, here is plus 2, so you have to add 5 electron. That means 5 electron transfer takes place. So now for this equation we can find out the total change Jn plus to AO3 minus. The concentration of An plus is 2.68 10 to the minus 3 mole. So 2.68 into 10 to the power minus 3 mole. Total electron transfer in both the sides must be equal. So in this mole, per mole 5 minus n moles of electron will be transferred. So total number of electron transfer will be this into 5 minus n mole. And from in the right hand side, that is permanganate, for the manganese anion, the total number of electron transfer per mole for permanganate anion is 5 moles. We have required 1.61 into 10 to the power minus 3, 1.61 into 10 to the power minus 3 into 5 moles of the total electron transfer. So these two will be equal. This will be equal. So by solving this, we have to find out the value of N. 2.68 into 5, that means 13.4 into 10 to the power minus 3 minus 2.68 into 10 to the power minus 3 N. This equal to 1.68 into 5, that means 8.05 into 10 to the power minus 3. So by transferring this, we can calculate the value of N equal to 13.4 minus 8, that means 5.35 into 10 to the power minus 3. This divided by 2.68. So here we can calculate the value of N is equal to 2, and hence the value of N is equal to 2 here. Question number 8. Consider a titration of potassium dichromate with acidified more salt solution containing diphenylamine as indicator. The number of moles of more salt required per mole of dichromate ion is. So we have to find out the number of moles of more salt. Now what is the formula of more salt? We know that ferrous sulfate, ammonium sulfate, 6H2O. This is the formula of the more salt. So here Fe is in +2 state. So Fe is in +2 state, it converts to Fe+3 in presence of dichromate because it is an oxidizing agent. So it releases one electron. This is the oxidation. Oxidation takes place. And dichromate anion, on the other hand, dichromate anion Cr2O7 minus converts to Cr3 plus. Cr3 plus. So to neutralize these two Cr3 plus 14H plus 7H2 here. So overall total charge +12 +6, that means we have to add 6 electron here. This is the reduction process. So number of electron transfer is 1 here. Therefore number of mole, that means the 1 per mole of dichromate. So number of mole, that means the number of mole of dichromate into 6. This is the net electron transfer for dichromate anion Cr2O7 minus, and here the net electron transfer is 1 mole into 1 electron for Fe2 plus ion, and this must be equal. So per mole, this will be equal to mole divided by number of electron transfer. So the equivalent weight, we have to calculate the number of moles of the more salt. So number of moles of the more salt will be equal to, therefore the equivalent weight of this substance is equal to molecular weight divided by, this is the number of moles of that substance, the molecular weight divided by 6. This is the equivalent weight. Here also the equivalent weight of the more salt will be equal to molecular weight divided by 1. So number of moles divided by 1, number of moles divided by 6. These two will be equal because the equivalent weight in case of neutralization reaction must be equal. So therefore per mole of the dichromate anion, 6 into mole, 1 mole of Fe2 plus ion is required. The number of moles required per mole of dichromate anion, that is the 6 mole of Fe2 plus ion is required. That means more salt required 6 moles of Fe2 plus. Question number 9. The energy of hydrogen atom in ground state is minus 13.4 electron volt. Its energy corresponding to the quantum number n equal to 5 is. Its energy corresponding to the quantum number n equal to 5 is. We know that for hydrogen atom, energy of the nth orbit of hydrogen atom can be expressed as minus 2 pi square me4 by n square h square. That means this is constant. This is particular constant for a particular electron in an atom. Therefore minus 13.4 divided by n square electron volt. So if we calculate the energy of the electron in nth orbit of hydrogen atom, so this will be equal to minus 13.4 by 5 square electron volt. So by 25, that means 0.54 electron volt. This will be the answer. Question number 10. This is a cyclohexyl system attached with the 2 methyl group and 1 Br in between these 2 methyl group. It is treated with sodium methoxide in presence of methanol. We have to identify elimination product for this compound. Here the CH3 group, 2 CH3 groups are above the plane and Br below of the plane. Now sodium methoxide, if the elimination reaction takes place, we know that anti-elimination reaction occurs always. Anti-elimination reaction. and it is anti-elimination reaction is always beta elimination. Beta elimination means the halogen atom is removed from the alpha carbon and hydrogen atom must be removed from the beta carbon. Now these two are the beta carbon. This is a beta carbon, this is also a beta carbon. But here the beta carbon, in this beta carbon the hydrogen atom is below the plane. Here in this beta carbon hydrogen atom is below the plane. But in case of anti-elimination, as the bromine atom is in below the plane, so hydrogen must be at the anti-position with Br atom. That means Br is below the plane, therefore hydrogen must be at the above the plane. Only in that case the beta elimination occurs. But here hydrogen, both the hydrogen atoms and the beta carbon are below the plane, so no reaction takes place here, no elimination product will be obtained. No reaction takes place here, so no beta elimination takes place here.